Look at that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Big boy.
He's a big old boy.
That kid.
He has
He's so handsome.
he's got some real RBF going right now though.
Yeah.
But he's a handsome lad.
I feel like most cats
is.
do.
That is
Especially
true.
when they're
They
picked
do
up.
just look like that.
Especially when they're picked up. Like even cats that like being picked up. They just
Yeah.
They're kinda like,
Maybe he shouldn't be so adorable all the time.
that's fair. That's fair.
There is that meme where it's like maybe cats are so grumpy because they're nature's perfect predators, but they only weigh 10 pounds, and we keep picking them up. He weighs 20, so maybe that's a defense mechanism against that. So,
That's a good point.
Too bad you're a big strong man.
yeah, it doesn't stop me.
Now if
He's still baby.
if he weighed 30 pounds.
Yeah. If he was chaser sized, then it might be difficult.
Yeah. Anything fun going on for anyone before we start the show?
I'm recovering from a cold,
That's good. That's good.
which is pretty fun for me. So
What did I thought I did something this weekend, but I can't remember. When? Oh, I did go.
I did something
read
this
some-
weekend.
Dude, I can't remember. All the days just blend together at this point. I'm 30. I'm forgetting shit now.
Dude, just getting old stuff sucks.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Getting older sucks.
It's like what I was talking about when we went to the skate park a couple weeks ago, and I like piled it up trying to do a double peg grind like out of a bowl, and then I was like, I'm 30. Why am I just deciding to start doing this now?
Yeah.
I mean, Tony Hawk's like what, like
100.
in his 50s, and he still skateboards and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see? There's a subreddit on Reddit called Old Skaters, and Tony Hawk just posts in there like he's a dude, like he's just a guy.
Checking this
I
out
love
right
Tony
now.
Hawk.
It's awesome. If you scroll through there, you'll see.
/Tony Skates. It's the second post on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in
He just
Saudi
posts in
Arabia
there.
just skating.
He just posts in there like a dude, like just a regular guy.
Because he is.
Oh my god.
To be fair, yes, but still, it's just funny to me.
You know what's funny to me?
What's that?
It's Fake Racers Podcast. We're back this week. After
yeah.
That's funny to me too,
the
Joe.
Brickyard. Funny that we're
The
back.
Brickyard. The Brickyard.
You want to...
The Brickyard.
1 year after we met at the Brickyard.
Wow. 1 year after I went to get everyone water and had my heart broken on the walk back.
1 year after you yelled at me for eating your French fries.
I didn't yell at you for eating
Yes, you
French
did.
fries. I didn't actually yell at you.
You were very upset, and yes, you did yell.
I don't think I was actually that upset. I was probably like,
And
"Oh,
here comes
hey,
the text
I
from
probably,
Lauren.
I probably looked at you like and said, "Oh, hey Davey, can I have a French fry?" "Yeah, sure, Joe, you're my friend." And I was probably like, "That's what should," because you probably just took it off of my thing. No.
That does sound like me.
Yeah.
I just like doing little things to annoy people. Just to like see like what the reaction is. And like then I
Right.
feel terrible about it after I do it.
Uh-huh.
So like I don't need someone to tell me that I should feel terrible about doing it. It's just
1
like
year since I realized Joe needs therapy.
yeah,
Certified little stinker, Joe Durant.
right? Anyways.
Oh my god.
Hey, Bubba Wallace won.
Hey,
Hey.
how about that?
Haha.
Yeah, baby.
How many days since Bubba Wallace won a race?
Like
Tech-
3 now.
Technically 3, yeah.
Yeah. It was like 1,000, no? Something like that. I don't know. Pretty
Who
long.
cares?
I don't
He
know.
done did
Who
it.
cares?
No,
He
it was
did
just
this
funny.
weekend.
It was funny because he was being like all snooty, like haha, asking Marty after the race. Marty goes, "Oh, 100 races," and Bubba was like, "No, 0, idiot."
0.
It was pretty funny.
Oh man, that was awesome. I mean, it's what we've been talking about for the last season and a half. Like they have to go win, you know, and
Mhm.
it's wild how much one win really changes the feeling around everything.
Yep.
Because we've all known he can do it. So
Yep, he's done it before. He's been in position before. Finally feels like this is like the true. The Kansas one was that, but this is my opinion is like the true monkey off his back. Like
Which is
he
really
really went out there and
sad.
did it.
Because, like, the Kansas one should be that, right? Like,
No, it should be. It
Yeah.
should be. It should be.
like went out there and, like, dominated the end of that race.
For sure. The reason I say that is because this is his first win that wasn't. This is his first win that gets him into the playoffs. You know, because
Right,
both the times he won before, like, were not necessarily, he was out of the playoffs.
Yep.
And he won in the playoffs, which is still really hard. It's honestly harder to do, but you know, in the scope of like the weight of the occasion and what it means and what it entails for the rest of your season, monkey off his back was kind of like
Yeah.
what I was getting at. And I think that's fair.
No, I think that's fair. I just, point being, like,
No, I agree.
there's
with
a
you,
lot of people that discounted Bubba's first 2 wins for
Yeah, no, yeah.
some reasons that weren't very fair. Some that, you know, I can understand the arguments. But yeah, it goes out. You can see the relief, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
You could tell how much this one meant.
Yeah, exactly.
God. As soon as you're talking about like certain people, it just made me think of the scene from Blazing Saddles where he's like, "These are people of the land, you know, idiots."
But yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. Dude gets his, you know, people are chanting his name for a good reason, right?
Woo.
Yeah.
After the race, and
Just about everybody
that was still
high-fived
there.
him with their race car or
That too.
pointed at the window. Did you guys see? I mean, Carson Hocevar is already a gangly motherfucker, but he had like his whole arm and shoulder out the window giving him thumbs up. Like on the
I
cool
did see that. I did see that.
The guy's arms must be like 8 feet long.
I did see that.
He's a tall boy.
I thought about that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was just awesome. That said, what an awful race.
God.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the rain really saved the end of it, right?
Yeah.
He's made it
I
exciting.
mean, it shaved several years off of my life, if we want to say that.
Yeah. I don't know. Man.
I don't like being right about this, but goddamn, when they first announced this 2 years ago and on the show, and Davey and I were like, "I hope it works."
And then it kind of hasn't.
Yeah.
Well, again, I don't think the old or the road course was that much better.
Yeah, it was bad in a different way. I don't know, man. It's so frustrating. Like, I'm just trying to think of like how to even go into this. It's like because I don't want to take anything away.
It's Indy.
Yeah.
It's just it is what it is. It's always been this way since we've gone to the COT. It's been this way.
Yep.
It is what it is, and that's okay. Not every race has to be a barn burner. And the other thing that's very fun, that I thought was fun about this race, was just the plethora of strategies. Which,
yeah, true.
To be fair, is very similar to, you know, the Indianapolis 500, which in a lot of instances ends up becoming a strategy fuel mileage race. Most years. It's about how much fuel can you save and when are you able to hit the go button. And yeah, they can pass a little bit more. This track is made for their cars and their cars are made for this track. But point being, strategy can be exciting too in motorsport.
Oh yeah.
And you know, yes, it was not a barn burner of a race. It was not a good race, whatever. But there were still interesting things in there, and acknowledging those things is important. You know, no one's saying we are going to go to Indianapolis twice a year for 2 races, right? Like no one's.
Thank God.
But it's okay to have these tracks. It's okay to have the Indies and the Poconos and the, I don't know, Dovers. Does it suck that Dover and Indy are back to back? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But again,
Well, and Pocono was like a month ago too, so
right.
we're in a rough stretch right now.
So, it's really on NASCAR to kind of break up the schedule, but
Mhm.
I don't think it's still cool that we go here or that they go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, you make good points, Joe, and I mean, this feels like the kind of thing that I don't want to say stuck with, because that's like a rude thing to say about Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but
The racing.
Matt, we're probably gonna have to deal with it, because I don't think we're leaving. This is a popular win. People love strategy racing, and like, excuse me, sorry, I'm a little sick still. Even though, like naturally this race wasn't gonna be like too strategy heavy, like before the rain. Like, yeah, there was strategy to get like Bubba out front. Like, he was still gonna be light on fuel, but like it was really only put into question, like, oh, can he save that much fuel? How much fuel do these guys have? Like, once the rains came and we were running laps under caution, and then we had wrecks after that. I don't know. I just feel like something we're gonna have to get used to, because it seems like it's gonna stick around, and people were willing to ignore.
Also,
You know. Go ahead. Sorry.
you're forgetting that Joey Logano was leading this race with 30 laps to go. And he
Yep.
lost a right rear tire.
Yep.
And they were on a completely
I didn't forget that.
They were on a completely different strategy than with the 23, and Bubba was hunting him down. Larson was running Bubba down at the end of the race. Again, I don't know. Could he pass him? Could he not? Probably not. It is what it is. Again, point being, though, the strategy is what got that 23 car to the front of the field. And making sure that they did a 2-tire call because they could take a little bit less fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, it's kind of the same argument we have with the super speedways now, right? Where they're just these fuel mileage races, and it's all about, okay, who has to take the least amount of fuel on the last pit stop, and that ends up being the guy.
People don't like it at those, though.
Huh?
People don't like it at those, though.
I know. I'm just saying. It's all about putting in perspective what you had and what you have. You know what I mean?
Right.
We've never had great racing on the oval at Indianapolis, whereas we have had good racing on Daytona, Talladega. So it's about realizing that for some reason we've lost something there and we haven't gained anything here. But I don't know. I get your guys' point though, but I would always just raise the question: would you rather have a boring race on the oval or the road course? I would say the oval. But
yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, because I mean we have had some snoozers on road courses with the Gen 6 or with the next gen also.
Well, I'm just because both layouts with this car are strategy fuel mileage races, right?
Yeah.
So, and I do think that eventually they're going to do like a swap back. They'll go back to the road course for a few years, and then they'll go back to the old. Like, I think that's something they should do. You see attendance numbers go down. Okay, let's go to the road course for a couple of years, and then okay, the attendance is going to go back up. And it'll go back down. All right, let's go back to the oval, and you just keep flip flopping. It helps keep the schedule fresh. It helps keep your product as a track a little bit fresh. And it keeps the teams on their toes.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be the one where we don't tell teams what you're showing up for and tell them, okay, on Friday, all right, we're running the road course this week. Or this year.
Be some mad ass crew chiefs.
Run a different layout each stage.
But seriously.
Be some mad crew chiefs.
Like, And it goes back to, is it a sport? Is it an entertainment? Blah, blah, blah. These are
Yeah.
arguments that would come up. But
I mean, then we're getting deep in the weeds with
yeah,
that
the
one,
weeds.
you know.
But speaking of entertainment, you know what I was not entertained by at all?
Oh boy,
This in-season tournament.
really?
I don't know. I thought Ty Dillon did a really good job of being entertaining,
Yeah.
but I don't like. I don't know. I just didn't care, and I don't know if that's I haven't. This season's been a weird one for me just because there's a lot of stuff going on outside of my enjoyment for the sport. I definitely haven't enjoyed it as much this year, but I just didn't care, honestly, about this tournament. And I remember talking about it last year and thinking it was going to be this really cool thing. I feel like TNT, they paid attention to it, but I wish they did a better job of highlighting it during the race. I know they had the whole altcast thing. I don't know if that plays well. I've tuned into it a couple of times, but I'd rather listen to Dale Jr., Steve Letarte, and
I gotta say,
Adam Alexander.
as cool of an idea as the altcast was, and I did think it was a cool idea, I can't help but wonder if it hurt in the way you're speaking, like if it made people feel that way, like they didn't care, because it was like they would touch on it and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, here's your like 100 lap update on these guys," you know what I mean? But like there wasn't any focus on it.
And it didn't help that we got like how many upsets in the first round and like all the all the shit that happened in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say they were definitely on it when we were in Chicago.
Yes.
And I think the thing that hurt it the most was that like Ty Dillon was just completely out of it early, basically, with the damage he got on that restart. It kind of ended it right then and there. Which also, just got to point out, like, yes, the clock did strike midnight, but Rocky didn't beat Apollo Creed the first time around, so we'll be back.
In the Dodge.
The billionaires will ride again.
Yep. Also, something I thought was funny. So Ty Gibbs won, and he said he was going to give 10 grand of what they won to whatever charity Ty Dillon wanted to, which is a cool gesture, except it's literally 1% of the money that he won.
I mean, hey, it's his money, but it is like a funny.
It's Joe Gibbs Racing's money.
It's just like a comically small amount of money compared to how much they got. Here's some pennies for you, Ty.
Poor Ty.
Ty, you're such a godly man.
Poor Ty Gibbs finally, like, he does something that's good and cool, and you're like sitting here saying it's not good enough. How dare you, Matt?
Oh no, I'm sorry. The millionaire is giving a fraction of his money to charity. Where have I heard that before? Oh
wait, every tax write-off.
Yep. But no, in all honesty, that is a cool gesture. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
They
gave him one of those big wrestling belts on the post-race show.
That was awesome.
I did like that. When we got into the second half of this race, like Ty, since he was still on the lead lap, he was like, I'm just going to pit every single time and just lay back and not crash, and I'm going to win the in-season challenge. Who cares? Which is funny, but there were some like genuinely great runs by some people we weren't expecting in this race. Todd Gillen gets another top 10. Shout out Catherine Legg, top 20 on pace. She was genuinely fast all day. Put a move on Briscoe and Van Gisbergen on the final restart to get up to 17th. And also, funny stat that I read, Carson Hocevar finally beat Catherine Legg in a cup race. He had to get a top 10 to do it. She made him work for it. So, but yeah, just want to give a couple shout outs to those people. So,
all in all, it was
Indy. Anything else happened? Yep.
It sure was. Well, I had another thing that I would like to say, but I can't lie, I forgot.
There was that Christopher Bell misjudging and...
Oh!
Yes! He killed He killed him.
That was one of the other ones. This is like the third time in the last month that Zane Smith has run like top 12 all day and then just got dumpstered right at the end. Because it keeps happening to him.
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. Surely this is the worst incident of somebody right-rearing somebody at Indianapolis Motor Speedway this weekend.
More on that later, Matt.
It must be.
Let's first talk about Connor Zilisch winning Junior Motorsports 100th race. Of course, Justin Allgaier was in position to do that, but Kyle Larson forgot how to drive.
Surely Kyle Larson made the dumbest move at the end of this race that had everybody mad.
Surely. But Zilisch wins his third in a row, I believe. Third in a row?
Yes, three in a row.
Fifth of the season. Hey guys, he can win on ovals. He can win on road courses. Uh-oh.
So somebody was
Look out.
somebody I follow on Twitter was mentioning or was asking like, has a rookie ever won 3 in a row before? And the only thing I could remember was Chase Elliott going back to back as a rookie.
Yeah, Darlington, Texas.
Yeah, and it made me think about that Darlington race. If you haven't watched the final 2 laps of the Darlington race in a while, go watch it right now. Chase Elliott goes 6th to 1st in 1 lap. And that's immediately what Connor Zilisch made me think of. Like, watching Chase in that race, I was like, this guy's ready. And I get the same impression from Connor Zilisch. Like, this guy is special.
Chase was so ready, they made him sit in the Xfinity Series for another season to lose the championship to Chris Buescher.
Chris Buescher.
Which, by the way,
practically
Chris Buescher had an
unfunded car.
amazing season that year.
Oh, yeah.
And it does not get talked about enough that Chris Buescher won an Xfinity championship in 2015 for Roush.
Yep.
Yeah.
Practically unsponsored, too.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember us talking probably a few months ago at this point now about Connor Zilisch, and I remember saying like, I think he's ready to drive, but I think he isn't quite able to put together full races yet, like with consistency. Like he still makes these like rookie mistakes, not necessarily driving the car rookie mistakes, but like not knowing when to do XYZ. And I said that as a big fan of Connor Zilisch, who enjoyed watching him in MX5s, who enjoyed watching him in P2s in IMSA. And then he just decided to say, Davey, you're a fucking wrong idiot. And he just threw all of that out of the window, and now he's just a god. And I don't know what happened. I don't know how he's doing it. It's ridiculous.
There was during this race, because I think it was stage 2 that he and Allgaier battled for the stage win, and Justin put that move on him coming out of 4, where he just kind of moved him up off the bottom of the groove and carried his momentum down the straightaway, and he wins the stage doing that, and it's almost like Zilisch saw that and was like, all right, I'm gonna put that one in the memory bank.
Yep.
But save that for later, because he did that to Taylor Gray, and it was a really interesting moment of where you could kind of see the difference between Connor Zilisch and Taylor Gray, and nothing against Taylor Gray. I think he's got a ton of potential too. But Zilisch did that move on Taylor. Taylor defended it with Sam Mayer's help, and he went right back to it again the next lap, and Taylor didn't do anything to defend it, even though he knew it was coming. Right?
Didn't do anything different, right? Just expecting the same outcome.
Yeah, and that time Zilisch made it stick. And actually, Sam Mayer had a really funny comment about it afterwards, because he pushed Zilisch past Mayer, and then he was like, yeah, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have done that, because as soon as Zilisch got out front, he checked out. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not catching that guy.
It is enthralling to watch him race people, because you can tell that his background has, and this is no different than any other driver, I'm not saying anything crazy here, but like his background has built who he is and how he drives. What's the face,
Don't worry about it.
Joe? Okay, well, now I'm worrying about it. But like his background in racing has built who he is and how he drives and the way he races. First of all, the kid raced in IMSA and won in the P2 class, which is like the worst class to be in terms of like dealing with other traffic, because you're just barely faster than the GT3s, but you're just barely slower than the prototypes. And so it's like the most annoying class to be in the world. You have to have like mega nerves of steel to drive in that class for hours at a time, just because it's like the worst balancing act in racing. And also the people you're racing against are dentists who want to kill you. The MX5 stuff where it's like very momentum based and it's very much the draft, and it's like it's what he learned at Indianapolis behind Justin Allgaier, like learning where to make that run and where to take that run, and what that like what a line will do and what it won't do. Like you can just see all the building blocks of his career like working with him to like create this driver that's just absolutely incisive when it comes to racing against people. And there are not a lot of drivers even in the Cup Series who I would say are like some of the best at racecraft. Like I think there are really good drivers who suffer with racecraft. I think Joey Logano is a really good driver who suffers at racecraft, which is why he just chooses to crash into people a lot.
Kyle Larson.
You know what I mean? I think Kyle Larson is a really, really good driver who suffers in racecraft, which is why he chooses to crash into people a lot. But then you look at your Shane Gisberg, you look at Connor Zilic, you look at don't hate me, but like look at Denny Hamlin for better or for worse. You know what I mean? Like there's these drivers who just kind of have that edge when racing against people, and I see it in him. And he's also already fast. Like he didn't gain that by being a Ross Chastain who had to drive shit boxes. You know what I mean? Like he's already in a fast car. He's already a fast driver. There's no learning period for him to be fast in a car. He's already there. He already knows how to race you. You don't even know that he knows how to race you, but he already knows. He's gonna be so good, and I fully expect him to be in Cup next year. That seems to be the plan, and he's going to be probably I'm calling it now. He's going to be probably the best rookie we've seen in Cup in years. Decades.
Better than Ty Gibbs?
Don't you mean inaugural in-season tournament winner Ty Gibbs?
Dude, you finally won something.
Sorry for the soliloquy. I didn't mean to make it that long.
Good.
It felt like it was long in my head.
But, I think it was, but it's okay. It's good.
Sorry.
If we want to talk about calling our shots, like a month ago when we were talking about Zilic, I think it was after Chicago, which a race he didn't even win. And I was mentioning the Jet Lawrence comparison where like Jet showed up in America in 2020 and everybody was like, holy shit, this kid is so fast. Imagine what he'll do when he can figure it out. And then I was like, he's not going to dominate to that level. He's won 3 in a row since I said that. So maybe he just is. But like that was kind of hinted at. He did have a big help, which was that Justin Allgaier was not able to get JRM's 100th win because Kyle Larson made an oopsie, as is tradition. That I know a lot of people aren't Allgaier fans, but I feel like even then you had to be sick about that because he has been the staple of that team for
of the JRM wins.
Yeah, literally a quarter of them. He's been there for a decade. Like you saw how much him getting a title meant to Junior. Like that would have been special for him to get number 100, but shit happens.
Shit does happen. I'm not like the biggest Allgaier fan, but yeah, that one stung to watch, man.
Yeah, I was very sad, obviously, being the world's only Justin Allgaier fan, and then like at the end of it, I was kind of agnostic watching the finish of that race, not out of like apathy or anything. I was like, Zilic, it would be awesome him get number 100, but I was like, it'd also be really cool to see Taylor Gray hold on here. Just a great finish to this race, though. Set up by a certain thing.
Oh my god, Austin Hill, what a dumbass.
Maybe the most apt way to describe it.
That was pretty bad.
So Eric
Almirola,
did Almirola actually get into the back of him?
I don't think he did. I think it was. I think he got him arrow loose.
He packed air on his bumper. probably hit him. Maybe, I don't know. Cameras are a
It's
little
what
inconclusive. But
everyone was doing all day.
Yeah, that's how you do. That's how you
Austin
pass.
Hill goes up
in
the
Xfinity.
hill, gets the car corrected in the north chute, and then decides to just right hook Eric Almirola in the north chute. While wearing white
Why did he do
gloves.
that? Why did he do that, chat?
So I can't be the only person who was like genuinely kind of disturbed by Austin Hill's reaction to this whole thing. Like, not just the on-track incident, but the full-on baby rage temper
Tirade?
tantrum
Yeah.
over the tirade
Over
over
radio?
being over something he knew he did.
Well, okay.
Because
One thing is, you can't admit that you did it because,
Yeah, I'm not
We've done
saying
that
he
one
needs to come on the
before.
radio and say, "Oh, I 100% hooked him," but I am saying fully committing to the bit to where you're screaming over the radio and doing burnouts through 5 pit stalls on your way out after being held for 5 laps. Like, sit
Yeah.
your ass down.
not a good look.
Yeah.
Not
Get
a good,
that man to a fucking
not
therapist.
a good look to MF NASCAR. Never is,
No,
never will be.
no,
Yeah.
no.
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt for a long time, but
I feel
it's hard to when you look back on things like him just sucker punching Mayat Snyder for basically no reason after a Martinsville race like 3 years ago.
Or,
Like-
earlier this year at Martinsville when they sat everyone down and he's like, yeah, guys, I'll be the leader. Follow my lead. And then cutscene bulldozes over the whole field to win the race.
And Dale Jr. is openly mocking you publicly for even having the audacity to say that.
Which,
Who has Jr. ever talked badly about publicly
I was going to
since he
say,
retired?
that's pretty, it's pretty, like,
Yeah.
the only guys I can think of that he's, like, talked bad about, like, he said some stuff about Hocevar, but, like, nothing that I think Hocevar would say is unfair.
Yeah, I guarantee you Carson Osavar would be the first person to tell you, like, yeah, he's on point with that.
Yeah, I am a
Like,
yeah.
dumbass.
And
Yeah.
he said it directly to Carson's like face because I think like he walked up and he was like, "Hey, you gotta stop wrecking shit, bud," or
Yeah,
something
right,
like that. Like
right?
that was like literally what the conversation was.
Yeah.
But yeah, Austin Hill, and then Richard Childress, of course, is standing up for his guy, and I didn't.
Well, Richard Childress is also a dumbass, so
Well, yeah, but all you need to know is the fact that they're not going to appeal this penalty.
Yep.
That's all you
bet
need
they
to
aren't.
know about what they actually think.
I bet they are not.
So Austin Dillon will be in the 21 car this weekend. It'll be interesting to see what the team does, because I'm sure they'll try to do something or say that he was unjustly suspended. But again, they're not appealing the penalty.
Yeah,
I think that
according
says enough.
according to a friend of the show who works for another Xfinity Series team, he said there were a lot of middle fingers pointed at the 21 car, not just from JGR teams. After that, so
Oh, of course. I
do
mean,
with that what you will.
Oof.
I mean, yeah, I made a mistake last. Well, I wouldn't say a mistake. I don't usually go on Reddit, but I was on r/NASCAR just because I wanted to see what people are saying
Oof.
about it. Literally, not a single person on there defending Austin Hill.
well, yeah.
Not a single
Austin
person.
Hill has already lost the court of public opinion, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
he lost a long time ago.
And again, much like what we talked about with Ty Gibbs recently and whoever else, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt because this is what he does.
Mhm.
You know, like with Christopher Bell, what happened between him and Zane Smith looked pretty bad. But when has Christopher Bell ever wrecked anybody intentionally or been outwardly aggressive? Never.
And
So
we
Christopher
also
Bell-
respect that Christopher Bell knows, yeah, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Right.
and not to mention, Christopher did not immediately go on the attack on the radio about what happened, and then went and literally apologized to every single crew member on the 38 post race.
Did do
Like,
that.
Austin Hill instead just immediately goes into the offensive of, I can't believe NASCAR would screw me like this. And it's like, well, you just kind of tried to kill Eric Almirola, so
Hot dog.
Oh man.
absurd.
Tell you
Just
what.
embarrassment.
Lane Riggs.
Austin Hill is a deeply funny driver. Go ahead, sorry.
Lane Riggs won at IRP. Some would say
Go for him, man.
Some would say he's a funny-looking driver. And
Hide your couches.
Oh. I know the backstory there. I get it.
I had to think about that one for a second.
I get it.
That's a good one.
And Alex Pillow won at Laguna Seca.
Man, who's surprised about that one? Not me.
Nobody.
Shout out, Corey Day actually did something.
He did. He actually did do something.
He finished
Damn
second.
it, man.
Yeah.
I like making fun of him a lot more, so I need him to go back to normal.
Yeah. Also, Stuart Friesen was disqualified. Surely the worst thing that would happen to him this weekend. More on that later.
So let's go ahead and go from the shop because we had a very busy week.
Domino is canceled that out. Whatever. Clang.
Clang, 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 clang. Josh Williams today was released from Kaulig Racing on the number 11 team.
Bye.
Wow, what a disappointment his stint in this car has been.
I'm surprised it lasted this long, man.
I'm surprised he even got the shot this year. You know, like
I thought for sure he was going to be one and done.
Yeah.
I was looking into this. He's run basically exactly as he did with DGM, and I can't imagine DGM is on the same level as Kaulig.
Can't be, dude. That is insane.
This is just like one or two people in a Discord server, but it's people that I've known for a long time. And some of them were talking about that they're like, yeah, I've listened to his radio almost every week, and every week he's complaining about his car plowing tight, and it seems like Kaulig just kind of refuses to build him cars around his driving style. So I don't know how true that is, but could be a little bit of column A, column B, but either way, it's been an extremely unhappy marriage.
There are, of course, rumors about Kaulig right now. They're going to have an assortment of drivers in the 11 for the remainder of the season, starting with Carson Hocevar this weekend at Iowa. I wonder why that's relevant to the previous comment I made.
Well, it was interesting too because last night while I was like deep diving on a bunch of other forums and everything, I was reading some silly season rumors about Chevy teams in the Xfinity Series, and a lot of them involving Kaulig, and every single one of them said, like, yeah, Josh Williams is gone at the end of the year, and he's probably going to this place. And literally the next day, they released him, and I was like, okay, there might be some weight to this thing.
Wait, where would Josh Williams even go?
A lot of people are speculating, or there's a rumor that it's going to be a second Big Machine Racing car.
Interesting.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. And that driver might be changing too, so we'll see.
Oh, Nick Sanchez? The Sanchez.
Yeah. Should I just talk about the rumors that I've been reading? Because like none of it's
is there
like
a weird rumor around Kaulig not being in the Xfinity Series next season.
I wonder who's taking all that equipment.
I wonder if there's a big Chevrolet team with a farm system that could take all that equipment and could potentially sell off their Truck Series equipment.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Should we just talk about it, or are we just gonna? Yeah. So the rumor is that they're not taking over, but they're essentially Spire is essentially taking Kaulig's place in Chevy's pipeline, and the rumored lineup for next year in Xfinity for Spire is Daniel Dye, Christian Eckes, and Raja Karuth. And then, as I think we have, do we have it in the show sheet? No, we don't. Kaulig is rumored to be the team that is going to field Rams in the Truck Series next year, which means their Cup team might be in a Bill Davis Racing situation for a year or two. So that'll be fun. Everybody loved that when it happened.
It's just as it's fine. It's probably how much sim time are they really getting at the Chevy simulator every week?
Yeah, they've already it feels like they've been leapfrogged in the Chevy pecking order by Spire already. So this makes sense.
Yeah.
I believe, oh god, I can't remember where I was reading, but I think Nick Sanchez might move to the RCR2 car.
There's
a couple
rumor
other
out there
teams
about Jesse Love signing with Penske.
There's also a rumor of Jesse Love Legacy.
Yep.
Penske is also. The other rumor is Carson Quapple to Penske's Xfinity car.
Yes.
That's the one I've heard.
Yeah.
You know, the Penske Xfinity car that doesn't exist
Yeah.
Yet.
yet. Good point. But where would Carson Quapple go into the Cup Series? Don't forget Travis drove for Jasper.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, people are talking about too, like, oh, would that be Josh Berry on the hot seat? And I was like, Austin Cindric's dad isn't running things at Penske anymore, and like he's not been bad this year, but like that seems like the odd man out, you know.
Well, Cindric's better than Barry in points,
That's true.
right?
Let me look.
I feel like that's a true statement. I mean, they're both kind of around each other, but I'm pretty sure Cindric's higher.
Cindric is 17th, Barry is 21st. Yeah.
So
About 15 points between them.
about even. I
Or
don't know.
25. Yeah. Interesting, though. So it's funny. The Xfinity Series silly season is probably going to be the wildest part coming up.
Yeah, it's heating up too. Yeah.
Who's gonna field Rams? That's the real question that I'm asking here. And who's gonna be racing in Mexico next year? Nobody. That's who. NASCAR announced or it's been reported by The Athletic that NASCAR will not be returning to Mexico City in 2026. Chicagoland is rumored to be added back to the NASCAR Cup Series schedule, and then I'm assuming an accompanying Xfinity or Truck Series race will be held at the facility, so they're still in the Chicago market. Montreal is also still in the rumors, so is Canadian Tire. NASCAR teams rejoice because they won't have to go to Mexico City. There's also still rumors about a second off week kind of floating around.
Ooh,
Honestly, we should
teams will be happy.
Have already. Yeah. I was going to say, I saw many of the people I know who work for like Xfinity teams talking about how mad they were that they only get one off week throughout the whole year. And they're like, cool, I guess I just won't see my family.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Entertainment.
Grow a pair.
That's right.
I'm bummed we're not going back to Mexico. I thought
same. That was
races
a cool
were great.
Occasion.
I think they will go back. I think this is one of those. It's scheduling with the World Cup next year was difficult.
Oh, true.
So
yeah,
makes sense.
I doubt it's a one, and they're never going to go back again.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the fan turnout was huge. So
right, exactly.
Yep. So, but getting back to Montreal would be cool too. So fingers crossed.
San Diego will be cool. That was officially announced last week, I think, after we recorded. I kind of want to go to that.
Joe.
But it's in June, and I think that's right around probably where they put Chicagoland on the calendar, and I'd rather just go to Chicagoland because it's closer.
Yeah, Chicagoland's looking like it's going to be July 4th weekend.
Oh. Interesting.
Yep. Before we move on too far to Bottom Split Road to Pro, I just saw the addition to the show sheet.
I was like, it wasn't on the news.
Can I just, before you talk about it, I didn't realize that was Stuart Friesen when I saw the video the first time. I saw the video pull up in a feed, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why? That's crazy. That's a terrible crash. And then, like, the next day, I saw the press release from Hallmark Friesen and Jessica Friesen, and I was like, oh, that's why everyone was posting that crash.
Yeah. I saw the tweet at first where it was like Stewart had a crash, he's alert and awake, and I was like, oh, okay, you see stuff like that all the time for dirt races, and then like checking back in later and just like the updates were not getting better, and it was like, oh, and then I saw the crash. Stuart Friesen had a big one at Autodrome Drummond, and like the note I wrote is explodes, and that was a pretty accurate description of what happened, because his car basically like T-boned an exposed wall, flew through the air, caught fire, and then got hit while it was upside down. So he suffered a broken pelvis, but a pretty severe one. Like, friend of the show, Dewey Schramm, was saying that he's like, this might be the kind of injury that somebody writes a medical paper about. So it's going to be a long recovery for him. Like, he's not paralyzed, but walking is going to be off the table for a while. So, it's not looking good. But he's alert and awake, and just you don't like to see anybody get hurt like that.
Yeah. So wishing him the best, because it was a nasty crash, and that's a nasty injury to have. It's not a very common injury to have. He's going to be. It's apparently very painful.
You've never broken your pelvis before?
No, not cosmically. No.
Yeah. So, I wonder if they're going to put anybody in the 52 truck, because they are in the owners' playoffs. So we'll see.
They have to, right? Like.
Yeah, but like what we talked, or what Dewey and I talked about earlier this year, when Stewart was like openly saying like, I don't really know if this is worth it anymore, and then this might have just made his decision to step away from NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll put somebody in the truck.
Yeah. So we'll see, I guess. But get well soon, Stewart.
Maybe they'll join Ram.
Maybe.
Bounce flip moment of the week, Davey. Getting sick?
I got sick, man.
All right,
Matt. I had a fever that was so high. Hold on, I'm gonna put a picture of something on the camera. You guys are gonna have to look at it. I'm making you all wait for this
because it was your disgusting moment of the week. This is mine, I think.
This is what my bed looked like. I had a fever, and I sweat.
Nice.
This isn't even as bad as it was in the morning. This was after a 2-hour nap, and I just sweat that much with a fever. It's horrible.
That's always fun. My bottom split moment, I guess it'd be Ozzy Osbourne passing away. But at the same time, like, he kind of had the perfect ending to his life, Like he got to play that final show, and he kind of got the idea that after that he was just like, all right, I can go now. Which I don't know. I debated about making that my bottom split moment, because the outpouring of love and remembrance for an icon of music was cool, and I don't know, but hate to see him go. So, rest in peace, Ozzy. I tip my hat.
Right.
Joe, how about you?
Whatever Davey just showed us.
Dude, why do you hate me?
Road to Pro moment this week, Davey.
Getting off this fucking podcast so I can go back to my real friends.
All right, Matt. Road to Pro moment this week.
My Road to Pro moment is Edwin Fielner died, so...
All right.
Rest in piss, bozo. If you guys are looking for a new all-genders public restroom, I know where to direct you to. Right. Sorry if that's too edgy. We can edit that out.
No, that's okay.
Nope, that's saying the fuck in.
My Road to Pro moment this week, football's back, baby.
Hell yeah. It snuck up on me.
Your Detroit Lions take on the Los Angeles Chargers tomorrow night in Canton, Ohio. Pro Football
That is a weird
Hall of
matchup.
Fame game. I think neither team has an inductee into the Hall of Fame, which is really weird because usually one of the teams does.
Yeah, or it's a relevant team to something that's going
Yeah. So they're just
not saying the Lions aren't relevant.
Well, it's Jim Harbaugh and Dan Campbell, right? You got the two weird coaches.
Oh, that's true.
So I think that's the relevance, but
Yeah.
Canton, Ohio?
Yeah, Canton, Ohio.
That's where the Hall of Fame is.
What in Ohio?
Oh, god damn it.
Can't have anything in Ohio.
Thank you.
Detroit.
Leesburg. We're not Detroit.
Joe, you've seen that video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's just rich hearing Cleveland say that.
I was about to say, Matt, wrong question to ask him.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's a load-bearing video for me.
folks, can't thank you enough for watching, for listening this week. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like.
I can thank you
subscribe.
enough. Thank you.
Enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Anything going on for you two cool cats?
We got Oops Sides. By the time you hear that, it'll probably be uploaded. Actually, no, that's a lie because you're probably uploading this immediately after we finish recording it. So,
of course,
put in the next day. Or so. Yeah, who waits a day to edit their podcast?
Yeah,
Am I right?
Who has that much time?
Dewey and I talked about the first round of the draft. We talked way too much about Shooter Sanders because God knows we can't help it. And then we covered like basis of all the AFC teams. There'll be a show in the next week or so about the NFC.
Real quick, Road to Pro moment. Deion Sanders beat colon cancer or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, good on him.
Anyways,
unironically.
Continue.
That sounded kind of facetious when I said that. Yeah, we talked about the AFC and all of that. We're gonna be talking about the NFC and the rest of the news next week. So yeah, watch out for that.
Are you gonna talk about Justin Tucker?
Eventually, unfortunately. So.
What about Deshaun Watson?
He's not in the NFL this year, so who cares?
Oh, he's not?
He tore his Achilles again.
Oh, that's right. He tore it at a club or something.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
So.
But hey, he got married.
Anyway.
Good for him.
Wow.
Good for him. Not her.
Yeah.
Folks, again, can't thank you for watching, for listening. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe for more zingers like that next week on the Fake Racers podcast.
Goodbye.